the student information, limit the type of information to be collected on students, return from the Senate with 3 pages of committee amendments, bureau, and several sets of Senate floor amendments.
Representative Schroder on the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker Pro Tem. Members, I do have a few amendments that were put on the Senate. It was basically all I agreed with. It came with some things with higher ed that needed some clarifying information, so I will concur. I would like to, at this time, first thank a whole lot of people who worked on this data bill. And I know this has been a big issue. I do have a statement that I want to read on behalf of a lot of parents across Louisiana. Part of it is my words, and obviously you'll know when I'm talking about the parents. But I got to tell you, I've witnessed some things this year that have disturbed me, and I want to share some thoughts with you. I think it's incumbent upon us to uphold the prestige of this body, a place we refer to as the people's house. We as representatives of the people each have a responsibility to ensure every person we deal with respects this institution. I personally am troubled by the behavior of some organizations lobbying the Capitol. I am unsettled by the lack of respect for the opinions and positions of those they oppose. Some lobbyists, in particular the younger ones, need to take a hard look at their personal and unprofessional performance while conducting business in this building. I'm disturbed by how some of the special interest groups did not take time to listen to our parents and respect their opposing opinions. Numerous parents contacted me to voice their disgust that they felt mocked, degraded, and laughed at. The legislative process was created to provide a voice to all the people of Louisiana, and they should be provided the proper respect. These parents who testified have temporarily dedicated their lives to a passionate position against something they believe in is a threat to their children. Disagreeing with them is fine, but their views should be respected and their concerns heard. Telling testifying parents they need to be informed of the facts is an insult. Not only is it their children that are being experimented with, but their own experiences are valid facts that deserve consideration. Mocking, taunting, and insulting parents is a disgrace to the integrity of this process. So here are a couple of messages from the parents. Please stop misleading the public into believing that every business person in the state is for Common Core. Please do not hand out talking points to the business community who in good faith are trying to do what is best for the kids unless you acknowledge their concerns in other ways. No one is against higher expectations, but please acknowledge that most business people do not really know what Common Core is. Please do not be so prideful that you cannot admit evident problems and rethinking your position. Most importantly, please do not take a position on an issue that is not your expertise without vetting it with the very ones who will most affect. Members, parents deserve a seat at the table during this process, and if they were, most of these problems could have been worked out. Please do not forget the parents are the ones whose children who are affected by our policy, they are affected by our policy decisions. If the citizens of this state cannot come to the Capitol and voice their opinions without being shouted at and or degraded, then it's time to send a reminder. This is not the house of special interests. This is the house of the people. And I'd ask you to concur with me on these amendments.
Representative Schroder moves to concur with the Senate amendments. All those in favor concurring vote yes. All those opposed vote no. Clerk will open the machine. Vote your machine, members. Representative Harrison, yes. Representative Talbot, yes. Representative James, yes. Representative Norton, yes. Theory, yes. Lambert, yes. Burrell, yes. James, yes. Arnold, yes. Representative Patrick Williams, yes. Representative Dixon, yes. Representative Pierre, yes. Representative Andrews, yes. Are you finished voting, members? Representative Smith, yes. And Representative Jackson, yes. Representative Adams, yes. Representative Franklin, yes. And to the three of you sitting in your seats, thank you. Are you finished voting? Mr. Clerk, close the machine. 98 yeas and no nays, and the amendment stand concurred in.